All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Brooke Tozer, and this is my final presentation. I apologize for the lighting in here and the really impromptu TV screen. If you can't see it, I'm really sorry. But so this is my final presentation. I chose the Starbucks commercial "What's Your Name" campaign. So it brought a lot of the gender and sexual diversity community into this commercial, and I really, really like it. So this is my presentation, the Starbucks commercial, "What's Your Name?" And I will go ahead and show you that commercial.
Gemma, please come to room 4. Hello?
Hello, am I talking to Gemma?
Hey, that's hey. How are you? Remember my Gemma? And what's your name?
It's James.
James?
Okay, so as you can see, the individual, their name was Gemma, but they didn't prefer that name. And I really, really like this commercial, not because I love Starbucks, but I also love this commercial because I actually work in the New Student and Family Program office, and every day we ask students, like during summer orientation, what they prefer to be called, like the name they prefer to be called that day. So we always ask them because some students are transitioning, as you can see that individual was, and they want to try out their new name. And so Starbucks partnered with this community and saying, like, we are a place where you can come in and feel free and feel independent and try out your new name. So the mission of Starbucks is, if you actually type in the mission statement for Starbucks, you will find a few of their statements on their website, and it is also listed on their page other than what I have provided here. So just a few things of what they say is this company always wants people to feel welcome, which is why they always say hello or how can we help you when you first walk in. Also, quote unquote, to inspire and nurture the human spirit is a big one with them. And then also the number one takeaway they want customers to feel is a place where individuals can get together and feel connected. And I really love these statements by Starbucks because Starbucks is a place where we all are supposed to be there and get connected and be with each other and actually learn from new people as well. So, what's the significance of this commercial? So, when you go to Starbucks, they ask for your name for the order. They don't just say, how can we help you? Just tell me your name. They always ask you, what can I get you? How can I make this better? What's your name, or what's the preferred name you prefer on your cup? This symbolizes the warm welcome that Starbucks brings because every barista is not only making the order, they're making the connection with the individual as well. So, oftentimes, think about how many times you go to Starbucks. If you go to Starbucks and they ask you what your preferred name is, every time I walk in there, they always ask me for my name regardless if they know me personally. And I go in there a lot, so they know me by my first name, but they always ask me what name I want on my cup. When the barista calls out names for the order, it creates a moment of connection between the barista and the customer. Like I said, they're not just asking for your name, they're asking for your order, how they can make it better, and how they can make the drink even better for you. So this commercial was for everybody, but it was extremely, extremely popular amongst the gender and sexual diversity community, just because a lot of these individuals who transitioned or they are transitioning felt that sense of welcome from Starbucks, and it was really popular amongst Twitter when it first came out. It came out about a month ago, I think. So they decided to do one with Starbucks because everybody knows Starbucks. It's a huge brand name, and everybody, give or take, may or may not like coffee, but they like certain beverages or food that Starbucks offers for them. So they never question the spelling of the name or, if you want a different name. They always ask you your preferred name. So what's your name campaign? So the commercial was created based on real life experiences from individuals when they walked into Starbucks. So that was really, really cool because these individuals felt at home and welcome when they walked into Starbucks because they weren't just asked for their order. Some individuals that I've talked to, actually, they've said that they've had conversations with baristas that they've never met, and they've ended up, talking for a few minutes about just life, movies, anything in general. So another thing is it creates confidence for the individuals who are using their new name in public. So, like that individual in the commercial, that may have been the first time the individual was testing their new name. So instead of Gemma, the individual preferred James. So Starbucks really wants people to feel at home when they come into their store. They don't just want them to leave and walk out. That's why they create such a home and comfortable environment as well. So the trans community loved this commercial because they felt Starbucks was a safe place for them to test out their new name if they were in the process of transitioning. So, and like I said, this campaign was designed to support everybody, but specifically the trans community, because it reassures them that Starbucks is on their side and they're there to stay with them. So the reaction in society, like I said, many people on Twitter who were part of the GSD community really loved this commercial because it had positive reactions, and there were lots of positive feedback from the trans community to Starbucks. It actually saw an increase in sales for Starbucks. So I actually had an interview with a Starbucks barista, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. They explained that they are supposed to name the customer, they are supposed to write the name of the customer that the customer gives them, even if the customer and barista may know each other. Like I said, I go into Starbucks all the time and they know me on a first name basis, but they always ask me what my name is. Regardless if they know me, that's just who they are. So my personal thoughts on this, like I said, I cannot say enough about this commercial. I think it's really, really important for people to understand that there are people that may not, want the name that they have now because they don't feel comfortable in that name. So, like I said, this was an excellent campaign for the trans community. There are a lot of people there are a lot of people out here today that are not making commercials about the trans community and also the gender and sexual diversity community. So this commercial shows representation that isn't really prevalent to the media. So like I said, a lot of companies are not putting out commercials with the GSD community or the trans community. I actually interviewed a Starbucks barista. She's actually my sister. And this is what she said. We're always told that Starbucks is a third place where people can go and be themselves. And her name's Kennedy. So Kennedy and I talked, and she said, I think Starbucks not only welcomes individuals like in the store, there are many individuals that work for Starbucks that are part of the gender and sexual diversity community. And she says that Starbucks is a non-judgmental, non-discriminatory company, and there are lots of benefits that the GSD community can actually gain when working for Starbucks. So I personally love this commercial, and I actually think that this commercial needs to be used in our training sessions when we're training our new staff for new student and family programs, which is why I love it so much. That's all I have. If you have any other questions about my presentation, please just feel free to shoot me a message on D2L. With circumstances, I'll be on my computer more often. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks.